you a review. You couldn't even get a review on that. So yeah, Brian Dayball job is already on the line, so wasn't too happy about that. He was definitely pissed. I just feel like it was just poor execution, and I feel like I always had a bad thing with the officiating because I'm not just gonna say when the Detroit Lions are not getting their calls, but the Detroit Lions in one game didn't get some calls, but then in the game when they were playing, when they played the Buccaneers, it was some calls we got in our favor. And things was like when they said it was a catch with Travis Kelsey, but then they said with Cade Otton, it wasn't a catch, so it was like make sense with the officiating. And I'm gonna call them out every time when I don't care who is the team or who's playing. Bad calls and bad officiating is bad officiating. Don't really have to too much get into this game because this was a game where I knew the Baker Mayfield was going to be pissed after losing the Monday Night Football game to the Detroit Lions, and he came out swinging. At first, it was a pretty good defensive, game because it was like at some time at the goal line they got like 4 stops, and they got like maybe 7 stops on the goal line to keep the Tampa Bay Buccaneers from scoring. And I was impressed with the way they defense played and how they stepped up, but it still didn't matter at the end because that final score was 23-3. The Tennessee Titans and Indianapolis Colts. This was a really bad game too. I have to give credit where credit is due because it's looking like Daniel Jones right now is one of the MVP candidates in the NFL. You can't deny him. This team right now is 7-1, and they look like one of the best teams, if not the best team in the NFL right now. Until you prove me wrong. He had 272 yards and 3 touchdowns on the day. And that man, Jonathan Taylor, keep playing like he wants to be in that MVP conversation as well. He had 153 yards with 2 touchdowns, and Michael Pittman had 95 yards and a touchdown on the day as well. Cam Ward didn't look that bad that game. He looked actually pretty good. He had 259 yards, a touchdown. He had a pick on the day, but he still looked pretty consistent. Tajay Spears had a touchdown with 59 yards on 9 carries, but this game wasn't even close. So yeah, I would just like to give credit where credit is due and give my flowers to Daniel Jones because when he went over there to the Colts, people laughed and didn't think that he was going to have a chance in hell to actually get the position from Anthony Richardson at the quarterback spot. The funny thing is, if they would have kept him in Minnesota with all the injuries they have, I think that he would have flourished anywhere he was at because Minnesota has a really good O line, a good defense,